So in this module, module number 6, we are talking about perfection, and we are talking about how to break up the expectations of others, how to quiet the sideline noise, and how to really focus on being the best you. And in dentistry, we have so many different opportunities for being perfectionists. And I know that for you, you are in this field, you are in this profession because you are a perfectionist. You want everything to be perfect. You are a big organizer. You make sure everything is key. And if you're a hygienist that's watching this, you want to make sure that you are constantly on time, all the time with your patients. And guess what? It never happens, ever, or rarely does it happen. And today I'm giving you permission to forgive yourself. I'm giving you permission to put that aside. I'm giving you permission to accept. And the key characteristic for today is acceptance. And now your takeaways from this module is really to honor and showcase where perfection shows up in your practice, how you lead with perfection, and how being a perfectionist, what that has cost you. 3, how you are going to break up with the expectations of other people. What are some of the expectations that society or that the practice has on you? Good and bad, okay? Good and bad, because you want to be able to share some of these with your team members. And what I mean by that is, and we'll get to this in a little bit, is you have the expectations that you have for yourself. You have your daily duties, but sometimes you have team members that put other duties on you. And while that's okay, you want to be able to, in our previous modules, know what your boundaries are and how much you can handle, but be able to be honest in sharing what you can handle at what point in time and which deadline, so that you can have proper and effective communication as a result, okay? Now, what is really perfection, and how we can kick out perfection so that we could really lead with acceptance and really accept where we are. So I want you to hear this fully. You are doing the best that you can. You are doing the best that you can. You are doing the best that you can, and each step is progress. Each step is progress. So if you're using this as a training video for yourself, don't beat yourself up, because you are exactly where you need to be. However, it's with practice and with consistency. So you want to be honoring yourself. You want to be very truthful. Are you doing the best that you can? And really, are you going full out? Are you practicing? Because it's one way to honor where you are at the moment, but are you really putting out your A game and going in 100% and learning and understanding and really practicing? And practicing makes perfect, okay? Now, perfection, if we have perfection in our lives, and what Tony Robbins talks about is perfection is absolute fear of failure. And so if we can't embrace our mistakes, if we can't embrace where we are, then what can it limit us from doing? It can be procrastination. Maybe you don't want to send out an email or call a patient because it's not perfect enough, because the letters aren't perfect enough, whatever that may look like in your life. But acceptance and being able to be present and focused with how you want to lead in your practice, how you want to lead in your life. These are key characteristics. And I talk about this with the doctors in a different way. But for the dental teams, what I really want you to do is, when you're accepting where you are, you can be more focused and you can be more present, not only with your patients, instead of making sure that everything is checked off the box, perhaps maybe you can go in there and acknowledge them instead of running around and making sure things are perfect, that the setup is right, or that everything's running on time. When you're present and when you're focused, you can really take a step back and maybe even breathe and acknowledge that you're actually doing the best that you can. So this week, what I want you to do, or today, or take a few minutes and see how you can accept certain areas of your own life. Maybe you can accept how certain team members are, and you can appreciate where they are and appreciate the differences that you all bring to the table. because they're all different, but they're all beautiful, because together you form this team. And if you were all the same person, then I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be working as well together, because you have very different things that are pulling the weight of the office. And that's what makes it amazing. That's what makes this and your collective, your team, really amazing. So being present and focusing is something that I want you to take and practicing within your lives this week.